without further ado, we appreciate the man himself right here to talk to all of us newbies and freshmen going into the Big Ten. A man who knows it no better maybe than himself. I mean, obviously, very knowledgeable. Welcome in, Big Ten Ted.
How are we doing?
What's up, Ted?
It's great to be here. Great to be here. Great to talk Ducks, and the kind of connecting with a lot of these new fan bases. Oregon, man, you guys are excited. You guys are pumped. And some of y'all think you're going to come into the Big Ten and then play in Indy. And you very well could. You very well could. But I'm excited to see exactly how it's going to shake out. So it's really good to hear talking Big Ten, talking Ducks once again.
I'll give you the final question, Ted. You run with this, and then you just go, here's my statement, I bounce. And you don't have to hear any of the comments or the negative feedback.
Oh, come on. I can take it. I can take it. I'm Midwestern tough, baby.
Do you think Oregon will run the table in the Big Ten and win the conference this year?
No, I do not. I do not think. I think they're going to lose at some point. I don't know if it's going to be Ohio State. It could be. Michigan is somebody that a lot of people nationally are overlooking right now. I think because of what's going on at quarterback, replacing their entire offensive line as well. Michigan, first week in November, that could be a little bit tricky on the road at Michigan. You guys mentioned Wisconsin, but I think Oregon has a more talented roster than the Wisconsin Badgers. I will put it this way, maybe. I would be surprised if the Oregon Ducks go 9-0 going into Indianapolis. I wouldn't say I would be shocked. I would just be surprised, just because having Ohio State and Michigan, having a couple of the big boys on the schedule, it wouldn't surprise me if they boat race, Purdue and Illinois and Maryland and some of these other, kind of mid-tier Big Ten programs. But if they beat, because that's the thing about the thing about Oregon, right? And you guys maybe know it better than anybody. Big games, right? You look at these rivalry games under Dan Lanning. What they've won, I forgot the record, 1-4 against Washington and Oregon State. Something that might be not right, but it was something similar to that over his first 2 years. Got to win big games. What has Dan Lanning done? Has he won a big game? Well, he's going to get an opportunity to. I think that they're going to. Boy, it's tough. They could lose to both of them. I have a feeling they win one of them. My gut tells me Ohio State, but I think Ohio State is probably the better and maybe more complete of the two football teams. So I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. A lot of people are saying Ohio State and Oregon make it to Indy. I'm not sure if it's that simple. I think Penn State is a lot better on offense than I think people are anticipating this season. They still got a really good defense. Yeah. That's what I will say about that. I do not think they go undefeated this year. Like, that would be unprecedented for a team to go to a new conference and just clean up like that, right? Even when Penn State joined in 1993, they went 10-2. Wisconsin won the Big Ten that year. Now, the next year, they went undefeated and won the Big Ten. But yeah, I don't know about Oregon stepping in right away, playing those types of teams right off the bat. I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
I see 8-1.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't see
8-1. I could see 8-1, and I could see it either way. I could see a win over Ohio State and a loss to Michigan. I could see them, and I could see it going the other way as well. And what if something happens like they beat both of them, but then lose to Wisconsin or something like that a little bit later, because Wisconsin would be after the Michigan game.
That's typical Oregon fashion right there.
They might go out and say, you know what, we beat Ohio State. We beat Michigan, right? Oh man, we're at the top of the world. Maybe we're number one in the country. And then a team like a Wisconsin kind of bites them, right? But they still make it to the Big Ten championship. And the thing about today's day and age, I think, of college football is that you don't need to win your league anymore. You can win it, lose a couple of games. You can lose 2 or 3 games. You can still go and win a national championship. Like Ohio State is in kind of that boat. And I talked about this on a previous show. On my side is, what if Ohio State loses to Michigan for the 4th consecutive year? Let's say they go 10-2 and lose to Oregon. They don't make it to the Big Ten championship. So they don't beat Michigan again for the 4th straight year. They don't win the Big Ten title, but they could get a playoff spot easily at 10-2 and run the table and win a national championship. Now, you'll take a national championship every single time, every single year, but it kind of feels a little bit weird not winning the Big Ten title, not beating Michigan. You know, they'll take it, but it'll feel a little bit funky not getting off the schneid against the Wolverines. But that's what this new era is going to bring us.